Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I'm out outside Old Trafford where Manchester United have just drawn 2-2 with Leeds United, and I can't lie, there was one point in that second half where I would have snapped your hands off for a 2-2 draw in this game. United 2-0 down against Leeds, allowing them goals early in the first half and early in the second half due to some sloppiness by Manchester United. But once we got it back to 2-2, thanks to goals from Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho, I was thinking, and I was sitting there thinking, surely we go on and win this now. And that has to be 2 points dropped for Manchester United. Yes, there's a lot of positive to take in the sense that we performed pretty badly today in that first half, despite conceding the early goal against Leeds to Nanto. Manchester United just never got going. It's a game against Leeds. The manager's spoken about the importance of these games against Leeds in the build-up to the game. He knew how important it was, but the boys started off so sloppily. We allowed them to score, and then we never ever get going. Yes, we had a couple of half chances and those kind of things, but the performance was abject, not good enough. And one of the massive scares for me, and look, I know it just wasn't the midfield that underperformed today, but when you take Casemiro out of that team, the drop-off from Casemiro to Fred and McTominay and those guys that are in the squad is just so big. And this is the kind of thing we feared. Now, in the past, we've done well against Leeds with McTominay and Fred. Obviously, McTominay not available today. And we were hoping Sabitzer and Fred, Bruno just ahead of him. That's enough to get through this game. And in fact, on paper, we had a team that had enough to get through this game, but we didn't do it. And there was sloppiness in the performance against Palace. There was sloppiness here today. There was a few moments where Erik ten Hag was absolutely losing his head at players, and in particularly Fred as well, who Fred, just summed up Manchester United's performance today. Again, I'll say it, you know, as United, up until United got that first goal back into the game, I think there were many players that underperformed. You know, you go from back to front. I thought Diogo Dalot had a poor game today. Varane in possession at times was poor today. Luke Shaw didn't do enough up until that point. And then in the midfield, as I said, Sabitzer was energetic and working hard, but didn't have that influence that Casemiro does. And look, Casemiro is a special player. It's going to be difficult to replace him, but Fred in there as well, just constantly giving the ball away, consistently and constantly giving the ball away, even in areas of where we can be dangerous, you know, having a shot and just spooning it over the bar or passing it back to the goalkeeper. And so many things fell to Fred today, either defensively and giving the ball away or in attacking where we should have done better. And on another day, someone else takes those chances and Manchester United win. And it's just so disappointing after the run we've been on. Yes, this place is still a fortress, and, you know, we've managed to keep that unbeaten run going since the first game of the season here in the league. But, you know, 2 points drop, man. This is a poor Leeds side, a poor Leeds side. And we allowed them at the start of the first half. Okay, little bit of slop in the start of the game, cool. But we didn't recover from that. And then we did exactly the same thing in the second half. They go 2-0 up, their fans are up for it. And yes, once Marcus Rashford got that goal back, and it was an incredible header from a Diogo Dalot cross, I thought Manchester United are winning this game. I thought we've got enough time. There's about 25 minutes to go. We'll go and get a second and a third. And we got that second with about 15 minutes plus to go. Maybe more than that. Jadon Sancho getting a goal, and I thought his influence on the game when he come on was absolutely fantastic. He was showing that direct threat, some trickery, some great ball control to beat his defenders and you know, pull defenders out of position. I thought Jadon Sancho was very good when he came onto the pitch today, and you could have argued maybe if he was fit enough to start him on the right and then start Marcus Rashford on the left, maybe we see a different Man United today, because in the first half, Marcus Rashford was isolated out there on the right-hand side. But there shouldn't be any excuses, man. This was a Leeds side coming to Old Trafford. They just sacked their manager. Chris Armas is taking in charge. You know, we've seen what he did at Old Trafford, not much. And they come here and get a 2-0 lead and end up taking a point home. Yes, I'm delighted with the fight back and I'm delighted with the hustle by the team. And maybe you can mention there's fatigue and all those kind of things are taking its toll on the side. We've been on an incredible run since the World Cup. You know, the incredible run that we've been on in terms of winning games. What is it, 13, 14 games we've won on the spin here at Old Trafford. Absolutely fantastic. But this game should have been won here today. And even after we got it 2-2, we had chances. Rafael Varane has a header which Meslier tips over the bar. Bruno Fernandes has a header which he headers wide, and he has another chance which is blocked. Fred had a number of opportunities which he could have and maybe should have done better with. Rashford, I can't remember if it was Rashford or the defender that got a touch onto it as the ball come across to the front post. But we had those opportunities to win that game today, and we just didn't do it. Now we got to go to Ellen Road on the weekend. Hopefully they'll be feeling confident and we can take them by surprises. They would have been lacking confidence coming here and thinking we have to work hard, we have to do this, and we just let them build a little. I'm hoping they come for us at Old Trafford, because maybe we'll do something, but they come for us here today and got 2 goals. Do you know what I mean? And I know they were wasting a lot of time rolling around, playing, when the balls went out for throwing, moving the ball and moving free kicks and delaying things and all that kind of using delay tactics. But you expect smaller teams to come here and do that. A point's a big thing for teams here these days. We're not that team that, have been playing over the last couple of years where teams will come here, look to attack us and, kind of show us disrespect. Teams are showing us that respect, but we gave them too much here today. I don't even think it was about that. This wasn't a Leeds side that sat in and defended grittily. We gave them 2 goals. We gave them something to hold on to. And in the end, they held on to a point, but massively disappointed. And I think Eric Ten Hag knew as well, look, I know we're not in a title race. And you can't expect to be in a title race when we've got a squad like the one that we've got. But when you see Arsenal dropping points, City dropping points, you've got a chance to go level on points with Manchester City by beating Leeds and you fail to do it. It's frustrating. We play again against Leeds before Manchester City play. What you don't want to do is give them an opportunity to create a cushion on you, give them that little bit of confidence. Instead, missed opportunity, disappointed, 2 points drop. But there are positives, and Jadon Sancho coming back, scoring goals, that's amazing to see. And it's great to see where he is at, the fans singing his name and everything. But just a little bit disappointed with that, man. Should have won that. And I was thinking, and I was really sitting there thinking we were going to win it as well at a point in that game, because it looked like that 3rd goal was coming. But just those crucial moments constantly falling to Fred. And it shows you, look, we need a striker. That Vegas, I haven't seen enough from him to think he's going to ever be a Manchester United striker. And you got to look at the circumstances that we were in to bring him to the club. The same can be said for Sabitzer. I didn't think Sabitzer was too bad today. I thought he was energetic, broke a lot up. In possession, maybe he could be a little bit better. But again, these are signings that the manager wouldn't have had on the top of his list. You know what I mean? These wouldn't have been key signings for the manager. We would have wanted better players, and hopefully we can do that in the summer. Hopefully we get new owners in. We back this manager because we've got the right manager. He made those substitutions today. He brought Pellistri on, he brought Sancho. Those substitutions, got us back into it, got us level and nearly won us the game. But there's some key positions where we're lacking in. And I do think fatigue as well has caught up maybe a little bit with us. But should have won that today. There's no excuses, man. So frustrating. Anyway, let us know your thoughts. I'll be back soon. See you in a bit.